On New Year's Day, our first beautiful bright red poppy popped out. It was like a little celebration for 2018. All our sunflowers slowly emerged over our camp. The garden is just like it's full of weeds. I'm like the worst weeder, but it's going nuts. We've got a watermelon. I grew a watermelon.
Oh, whoa. That's enormous.
So cool.
I wish I could just pick it out and just eat it.
There's one here and there.
Can I see it?
Just look out there and there's just like flowers popping out, and I've never grown flowers before, and it's just like making my world. We're feeling a bit smashed actually, because we've just said goodbye to the last campers. They're out on our field here. They've all been here for an off-grid unschooling camp over New Year's, which was absolutely amazing and was a complete and utter buzz. But yeah, we're a bit zonked now. Unschooling is when families choose to not send their kids to school, but to instead provide a supportive environment for curiosity to fuel learning through living life. And the unschooling community in New Zealand just loves getting together. We do that often through retreats and camps and things, and we were lucky enough to host one on our farm over the last few days. Didn't take that much footage, but I do want to show you a little bit of what it was like, so that'll be coming up. It was so amazing sharing our farm with all these families and just watching them enjoy the mountain and the river and our forest. And it was also really inspiring, just feeling like such a solid part of a community who are so consciously engaged with creating quite a radical new experience of childhood for our children. It was cool for Tim as well, because they had a men's circle, like a sort of unschooling dad circle. He said one of the things that he took away from it was a sense that maybe we should actually stop referring to what we're doing as unschooling. It's a term that was coined by John Holt back in like the 60s and 70s. John Holt is one of the pioneers in thinking differently about education and childhood. At the time, there was a Pepsi campaign, and they were calling themselves the Uncola, with the sort of trying to be a little bit, I guess they were stirring a little bit about being so totally different to Coke that they were just nothing to do with Coke. They were a whole new thing, Pepsi. But it's a bit problematic, isn't it? Because actually Pepsi and Coca-Cola are really, really similar. And unschooling and schooling are actual polar opposites. It's kind of like it would be okay for a new brand of coconut water perhaps to call themselves the Uncola. That's more like a similar sort of comparison. What we're doing is literally nothing to do with school. Our lives exist completely outside of a school paradigm. The way our children learn is simply through living their lives and asking questions and following up their curiosities and basically just loving their life. They own completely their own learning process. They have absolute freedom of thought and learning. They pick up so much simply by being given the space and the time and the supportive environment to do so. Every now and then they'll just come up with something, and it's simply that they've just been forced to discover. So like this afternoon we were walking along on a whole new field, and Tim was like, Juno was walking a bit slowly in her bare feet, and Tim was like, oh, is it prickle grass, Juno? And she was like, no, the prickle grass has tiny yellow flowers. And simply we'd never told her that. We hadn't told her to avoid prickles by avoiding yellow flowers. And little things like that just happen all the time, where we're just amazed by all the knowledge and wisdom. So much more than just academic knowledge. There's this kind of deep wisdom and insight about their environment going on inside their heads. So yeah, we're thinking about not saying unschooling at all actually, and calling it life learning, because that far more reflects what our children do. If you hear me talking about unschooling again, remind me that I said this, because I really, really want to stop calling it unschooling. I really, really want to embrace the positive rather than the negative. Oh, we're unschooling, we're not schooling, but more like we're just learning through living our life, you know?
And then stops. And then the next person goes on.
It's New Year's Day. We have woken up in our caravan. I reckon that's a good thing for the year, Juno. Maybe to have more adventures in our caravan. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Where should we go in it?
Bring the car and bring the caravan so I can sleep in it. To a beach.
To a beach. Yeah. Let's do that soon. Are you enjoying camp?
Yeah.
What's your favourite bit about camp so far?
The party.
Oh, the party last night. Our New Year's Eve party. What did you like about it?
I like dancing.
We danced our socks off, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually really hurt my toe dancing last night.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think I broke it.
Oh no.
I know. So I borrowed some of the DJ's electrical tape and taped it together, and that stops it from hurting. I was just really dancing so much. So I've been thinking a little bit about the new year and this new year coming, and I've been thinking about some words for that I reckon I would like to be important to me and our family this year, and I thought that I would like those words to be abundance and generosity. Do you know what abundance means?
No.
It's like the feeling of having lots and lots of things, but you don't actually have lots of things. You just feel really, really grateful for all the things that you have.
Oh.
Hey Tim. And then so abundance, that's a word that I want to be important to me. Yeah. And then the other word is generosity, to be generous. Do you know what that?
To other people.
Yeah. What do you reckon? So you know what generous means, hey?
Generous means you have to be nice to other people.
Oh yeah, it's like that, eh? And sharing
stuff.
but really joyfully. Like, so you don't feel like, oh, I gotta share my things, but it's more like this sense of being really...
Yay! Yay, I got to share my things.
Yeah, totally. Like, yay! I'm so excited to share my stuff with people. But now I've got adventure in it, so it's abundance, generosity and adventure. Are you going to have any words this year for you?
No, I'm just gonna enjoy.
Just going to enjoy your life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really cool, I reckon. Oh, Juno, I've got in my tea hundreds of gooby crumbs now. What you're dipping. It just means we might have to have another cup of tea, eh? To share.
Just a little cup of tea.
A little cup of tea.
It's a big cup of tea.
Next week is a really big week for me because my book is coming out, Moon Circle. It's all about one of the things that has been so transformative in my life over the last year and a half. I've written all about it, how a group of us meet kind of under the moon, under a new moon, and share stories and ritual and song. And it's something that I really feel could be awesome in the lives of so many women. So I've kind of written up how we started it. I'm really excited about bringing that into the world. Next Wednesday, I'm going to be doing a Facebook Live as well. And I'll be doing a little YouTube video that really tries to capture what a moon circle is like. So keep your eyes peeled for that next week. Super exciting and a little bit scary. I hope this year is the most abundant year yet for you and your families. Thank you for watching and keep radical. Not practical. Radical.